We are now just less than 5 months away from the official release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is going to be, well, a revelation movie. It's going to have a lot of twists and turns that will lead to saga-wide implications within this story by, of course, J.J., Chris, and George Lucas. Now, on top of all of this, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is, of course, how it's going to have a lot of connections to the prequels and the originals in very unique and original ways than we would have ever expected to see on the big screen in Star Wars film history. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, it's described that a description of Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren traveling to an abandoned Imperial base, where it's explained that they are in search in one of Palpatine's vaults that contains many secrets that were locked away years ago. It's described that one of the scenes is said to involve a moment in which Kylo enters Palpatine's vault and discovers a large hollow projector that is said to play a large hologram of Darth Maul. It's explained that in the Maul hologram, he begins to reveal new secrets about the Beyond, where Maul reveals that this is where the Sith philosophy started and caused the great divide between the Jedi and the Sith after discovering the power of the Beyond. Maul is said to reveal to Kylo Ren indirectly that it was the Wills who created both forces of the dark and the light, and that unless both sides perish, the light will always outweigh the dark, and the dark will always outweigh the light, and that neither side lasts forever unless the Beyond is destroyed. Maul is said to explain that without the Beyond, the dark and the light would never be powerful than the other, and that he discovered this in one of the Dark Temples. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because this is a very interesting side of Star Wars and what may very well happen at the very end of this movie, which is of course the possibility of the destruction of the Beyond, thus destroying the concept of the light and the dark at the end of the Skywalker saga. Now, to me, I think that that may be a mistake if that is indeed the route that they are going down in this movie, which is of course to end the sides of both the light and the dark sides of the Force. To me, I think if they ever want to revert back to this story, or revert to the Skywalker saga and continue the lives of Kylo Ren and Rey, if they do make it out alive, they really have to keep that side of course, Star Wars intact, both light and dark, pretty much rising and pretty much descending up and down. Now, what I like about Episode 9 so far is that, yes, we are getting a lot of Jedi, Sith, and Force lore, and this by far is a great example of just that through the Darth Maul hologram. Now, this is said to be a hologram that was actually being recorded to Palpatine sometime before the events of The Phantom Menace that Kylo Ren discovers inside of one of Palpatine's vaults. And what's so exciting about this is that it really does open up the possibilities of where things are going to go at the very end of Episode 9 and the future of the Star Wars franchise and where it's going to go after director J.J. Abrams is done with this film and Disney and Lucasfilm are focusing on the new Star Wars trilogy. So Darth Maul, you know, he is a very popular character. We saw that we brought him back in Solo: A Star Wars Story, and not just that, they have more plans for that character in the future as well in some way, shape, or form. Honestly, I think that a Crimson Dawn live-action TV series would be fantastic between both Maul and Qi'ra. I think that would be a great TV series, but I move on. Now, this vault is said to hold many secrets that belong to Palpatine, and one of the big ones has to do with this hollow projector, containing all these secrets that are being told by Darth Maul to Kylo Ren indirectly. Now, this serves as a great piece of information for Kylo Ren because we do know that part of the story, Kylo Ren is seeking the truth of the Force, exactly what both Snoke and Luke were actually looking for, but they never found the full answer to the truth of the Force. So now you can really see how the Beyond, which we already know is the origins of the galaxy and were created by the Wills themselves, it's said that this was the great divide between the Jedi and the Sith, and the Beyond itself is what created the Sith philosophy. So you can see how this film really is trying to really go down to the roots here for Star Wars. It's really trying to show us the very early stages of the universe and the galaxy and where it all began and why there's always a struggle between light and dark. It all has to do with the beyond. And that's going to be the major backdrop of Episode 9. It really is. It's going to be a big feature in The Rise of Skywalker that's really going to change how we view the franchise and how fans view Episodes 1 through 9. And the fact that J.J. Abrams is doing something so massive as this, I think is a big risk. I will agree, it is a big risk, and without a doubt, a lot of fans are going to start wondering exactly, whether or not this is a good or a bad decision for the Star Wars franchise, and where it's going to bring the fans, and how fans are going to resonate with this movie once it releases come this December, which, by the way, isn't all that far away at this point in time. So, anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.